big splotchy glob, and I was like, what the fuck is this? No. And so I don't know if I might even still have the one single light purple Copic marker around here somewhere. But no, I got me some Crayola Super Tips, and those are way easier to color with. Like the Copic, I felt like, yeah. And with the Super Tips, I feel like there's like a kid like, yay! And like, ah! And then I like seriously just me like coloring in like a rainbow and a heart and like, wee! There are 15 grays and all of them are green. Ugh! Okay. It's so much easier. Ew, some should be blue tinted. And so, I don't know. Uh, Maybe they're actually secretly. Ooh, maybe their booth at Cora's tinted. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would be like, ever wanted to try alcohol markers? $5. Just, Bag those mofos right back up. Because I don't think this is user error here, honey. Because I don't hear anyone, like, piping in and being like, what? Coloring alcohol markers is so fun and easy. I do it all the time for enjoyment. Yeah, if you've ever seen, like, also when I do, like, lettering of someone's name and it's not the flowy letters, but it's, like, the blocky ones that have, like, the second dimension to some of the lines and they have holes in them. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, a gap. All of that is Crayola calligraphy, which is totally a thing. I did not make up that word, but all of those are Super Tips. Rustic says, you haven't seen this masterpiece. I do need some practice. See, I I really vote that it's the alcohol markers. Like, seriously. If you were like, I'm coloring with crayons and it looks bad, I'd be like, wow, honey, let's talk about that later. Send me and Sam some pictures and we'll talk it out. Like, we'll figure it out, babe. But when two people who have used them are like, oh, God, they suck and here's why. Maybe it's not you. Just think. But no, I support your ambition. I like that you're always trying something. Oh. Okay. And if I was more ambitious, we would make multiple colored noses. But I don't. I don't feel like it. I just grab. And Sam says, I want to do that. Do it in your style you did, Rustic. She cute. Oh, the girl, like, looking over her shoulder. See, how's this? I saw that. And I was like, dang, I wish I could draw. And don't. I'm not fishing here. I'm fine. But no, I only draw, like, just flat outlines of crap. And so, like, the idea of, like, drawing someone doing a thing is so... I have not practiced it, not one tiny bit, so I, unsurprisingly, I don't know how to do it. But yeah, just imagine looking at that and then being like, I'll replicate that with my hand and a pencil. What the fuck? There also better be a light box involved. Or, like, a printed copy. Or, like, maybe you can project it on, like, onto my desk and I can trace it. Since I do need a break from painting, lol, do it! Ooh, and for anyone who's wondering what we're talking about, DTIYS means draw this in your style. And it's where people post on social media something they've drawn, working on a character, working on just something. And they'll just draw. This one in this case is like 3 girls, like very similar looking, and they're each kind of looking over their shoulder and like smiling. Sporty, very cute. And it's just draw this in your style, and it's basically an invitation. Here, copy my art. Yes, do it. You fucking copy that shit. You look at my work, you know, and since I love them because I'm horrible at thinking of things to draw, like, Seriously, I completely get that. But yeah, Sam, I want to see it. And Rustic says, doing this has really helped drawing block. Dude, I can only imagine. Because, yeah, if I can't think of stuff to do, you know that I come to you guys. I'm like, I can't think of something. We need a plan. I need to figure out how to do this. How, like, what's our next project? What's this? What's that? Sam says they are great practice and you won't get in trouble for copying. Lol. And see, that's exactly what I mean, is because the person is saying, go ahead and copy me. So you don't need to feel like that guilt, like, oh God, I'm just stealing their ideas and copying their shit. They're like, no, I put it, and there's basically a thing that says, please copy my shit. So I think that's one of those, like, the little things that just makes me happy is just how many people do that. Like, and they're like, hey, cool, let me see what you made. Cool. All right, we got a bunch of noses, and now they all look really big. I don't think any of, I don't know, we'll see. We'll figure it out. So we're going to go put these in the oven, and then, and we're also going to drop some parchment paper on the floor on the way. And then I'm just going to pop these in real quick, and then we're going to look at some vintage fabric and see what we think. Minute timer. Okay. Okay, we might have a winner with our first option. Like if we're looking to make a rug or a pillow. Here, we don't need that gigantic piece right now. And remember, we're thinking something that goes with these yellow chairs. Or chairs with a yellow seat. Whatever you must say. Okay. Right color scheme, wrong scale. Unless we want to like make... We could cut out just like one square and try and make it look like a rug. Like cut out a circle. Oh, Rustic, my honey, you're so... I love you. I love that your answers. You're going to have to watch some Skillshare videos. I bet that would help. Oh. Okay. But no, Rustic, I love that for you. Like, why is this drooling dog on this fabric? I know you're just... See, you're so persistent, but I'm the same way, and people are like, you know, you could just do... And I'm like, no! We have a large enough piece, we could probably cut out like a square, you know. Dirty Butt says old people love those dogs. Sad Basset Hounds? Actually, that does sound familiar. And see, maybe a square, like squares of that could be cut out to make like a little area rug. Drooly eye booger dogs, right? Well, I mean, come on, it was the olden times. There weren't very many memes. Drooling dogs were all they had. Okay, we got... That would be for like a couch. More of... We also do have this one, which is all one color, but it has a really faint, like, embossed type pattern on it. Oh, it's more evident on this side. This is probably the right side. Um, like that, sorry, I mean right side, not like right and left, but like right side, wrong side, right sides together. It just means the front of the fabric. I think if we wanted to do a little pillow, that's probably a pretty good choice. But I'm like, so it's like, would the gnome be next to the pillow? Would it be, the pillow be behind it, like a little bolster? I don't know. I'm just trying. I want to incorporate some of this vintage fabric, but I'm not sure how best to do it. You could cut that out and make a throw pillow with a little red flower on it. This is too vibrant. But yeah, these fabrics are like, I don't know, 30 to 40 years old at least. But they're not faded because they've lived in a sealed box their entire life. Okay. Oh, well, oh, this one feels terrible. Like, this looks like it actually is off of a couch cushion. Oh, God, it's so powerful ugly. Ugh, no. I can't touch that for long enough to make something with it. Gross. Is this the fabric with the dog on it? Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. Yeah, apparently we have a couple big giant pieces of the stuff with the sad dog on it. That's great. No sad eye booger dogs, though. Yeah, I don't like that blue. And we got green, we got that. Oh, we got the one with the scary clowns on it. I like those flowers. My ex-husband had a bloodhound. She hated me. These flowers, and see, I think just one of those would make a really cute throw pillow. But it's too, like, the scale is too big for the gnomes, I think. We could make it a rug out of that. Ooh, and look at that. My ex-husband has a bloodhound. She hated me. That's really pretty, but I think that would, like, that makes it into, like, a theme, do you know what I mean? We're not really going for that. We'll save that for something else that we want to theme up. There we go. So we could do like a little rug that's the shape, like, just, I mean, we could do a round rug. I don't know how we're gonna make a rug. My plans didn't go that far. My plans went as far as, okay, we'll look at it. So, FYI, that's where we are with that. I don't know. That's kind of cute. Just sitting on the little flower rug. So that's a definite maybe. Or, and we have more of this, like bigger pieces, so we can basically find whatever piece, like whatever portion of this pattern we want and cut it out. But we could cut it out like that, and then it would be sitting Like, we could just get a piece of cardboard and glue this to the cardboard. So then it would just on... That kind of just looks more like it's on a rug. And I'm not complaining. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of using, like, the naturally occurring pattern here. We also have this one, which I don't think makes sense as a rug. But let's say we wanted to do... Here, we're just going to help ourselves to this little scrapper-do. Ugh. This stuff is just dusty. Because we could make, you used to see, like, you'll see sometimes like a, no, I don't like that. Again, we're just going to fold this up small enough so it looks like a pillow, which is not how we would make a pillow. It needs to be smaller. Okay. So, no matter what shape it was. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's say we make a pillow, and I don't want to glue it to the chair, because I just don't want something glued to the chair. I want it to be, it's going to be about, like, 3 seconds before the tiny pillow falls to the ground and is never seen again. Like, just never fucking seen again. And we do have other tiny furniture, like other vintage plastic dollhouse furniture, like other couches. Like, there's, like, not that this is a couch, but there's, like, at least one couch, like a red one in there. And so we can make couch pillows and then put gnomes on a couch at some point. I just dropped the chunk of that fabric, but that's okay. So I think it's down to a rug for this friend. Okay. And here we have multiple chairs. Here we go. So we're making a rug display now. I know, these are my most professional samples, you guys. Only imagine there was less crap sticking out of the sides. Oh, wait! Hey, we have 4 of these. We could make one on this, cut out the piece that I like, glue it around a piece of balsa wood. I bet we have balsa. Glue it around a piece of balsa wood. Have that one be a set. And then make another one with this under it. They don't all need to be the same. Okay, I like that. Here, hang on. And here's a piece that's actually small enough that we can kind of remotely see what it would look like. I think that's cute. Okay, I think we want to use the greener side which is this side. And we're gonna find, I was gonna say we can find a bigger piece of this. Oh yes, we need to, because we need margin on all of the edges. And so I think that one right there is going to be our rug square. And so we're just going to cut out, basically, we're going to square these up a little bit on the sides. And then approximately just do it so it's got the same, you know, margin on all sides. And we can't really tuck a bunch of this under it. Otherwise it's going to be lumpy. So, I don't know, maybe we want to just glue it to the top of the board and then cut a fringe? I don't know how well this is going to fray. I gotta say, out of all the crepple I have, I do not have loose fringe. There we go. And are those going to be our final edges? No. That looks terrible. It doesn't look terrible, but it looks kind of funky chunks. It looks very, I did it myself. So, there's actually a chance that this pattern, it might be basically measured. You know what I mean? Well, it's 3 1/8 across. Alright, so instead of worrying about that, we're just going to find a chunk of wood and cut it to size. So, hang on. Like a perfect arrow cut out. Hang on. We're going to cut out, not cut out, but like here's a little sample piece. And hang on, this, is it a finished edge? No. Because remember, we want this to look like a rug. We're going to see if we can remove some of the seams going this way. Look. It's working! So, look. Apparently we picked the right fabric to do this, because now we're going to be able to have a little fringed rug, which is going to be way fucking cuter than a non-fringed rug, in my opinion. And so, let's see. Which side of this wants to be fringed? This one. And so, how far do we want it to fringe? I'm going to say we want it almost to that white line, but not quite. Is the fringe being that long overkill? I think maybe a tiny bit. We're going to trim that down just a little bit. And a million people who sew are like, get a fucking rotary cutter. And I'm like, no, I'm scared of them. I really am scared of rotary cutters. They're very scary. Yes, if I was not a weenie about it, or the other thing is I don't own one because I try to only own things I use, and I definitely do not cut fabric more than once every couple months. So it seems kind of silly to put money into a non-shitty rotary cutter that I use like once every 6 weeks. I'm like, no, I will just lump it up with scissors. It'll be fine. Okay. This is our front side. So and we don't want to do too many at a time or it's going to like get caught up and pull out some of our fringe going the other way, which is not a good look. Up. There we go. Because some fabric only wants to do this from one side, not the other. You know what I mean? This one seems amenable to whatever I want. I guess we could do fringe all around. That just occurred to me. And if we're going to do that, so if we want to do fringe all around, which I think would be cute and look like a rug. Okay. Hang on, though. Now, I wish I did have a rotary cutter because that edge is just fonked up. Hang on. Because if we're going to make this into a little fringed rug... If we're going to fringify all the sides, we want our lines to be as straight as possible from the get-go. And it's not even so much about the exact like size, because what am I going to do with that information? No, what I want it to do is look the same on all sides and be nice and straight. Sometimes clay knives are sharp enough to cut fabric. Yep. Because I don't know where the X-Acto knife is. Oh! Boyfect. Not the tool I was looking for, but that works nicely because what we need is a super straight line. And that's a natural edge to the fabric. The side cuts were already there. There's something that my mom did, probably with a rotary cutter, however many years ago. Actually, I don't know. She probably had giant sewing scissors. I'm sure she didn't have a rotary cutter in the 80s. Those big, loud scissors. Okay, this is going to be cute, I feel like, now. Ooh, hang on. This is when we need a seam gauge. Resnick says rotary cutters are dangerous. Cut safely. See, exactly. That's why I have a healthy fear of rotary cutters. Like, seriously, I respect them. They're like a wild animal. Like, no. I should not be, bothering rotary cutters in the wild. They sharp AF, and just for real, and just the fact that it's a rotary blade is just scary. So for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, rotary cutter, imagine it's a pizza cutter for fabric. And so instead of being like pizza cutter sharp, oh, I just cut off the edge of my ruler. That's how sharp this blade is. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, instead of being like pizza cutter sharp, they're like sewing scissors sharp all the way around. They are very mean items. Like, look at that. I just took a little edge off. However, I gotta say, this ruler has definitely seen better days. Like, look, here's where some polymer tried to dissolve. Like, this is where it tried to get eaten by polymer. And then I just shaved its edge off, and then right here it's all cracked. I mean, only the fanciest art supplies will do, ever. They're usually with metal, I think. Dude, the thing that I have that I'm like, be careful, is the freaking tin snips. Because it's like when you're using them, you can just imagine how happy they would be to cut off a